Okay, so today we are looking at linear graphs, sketching and finding the equation from a graph, and with some coordinate work as well. So firstly, I just need to remember that if I have a straight line graph and it's written in this format, m represents the gradient, so that's the change in y over the change in x, and c represents the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. So for this, I just need to start by drawing a sketch. And my y-intercept is 4. So I'm going to mark on a little point here, which is 4. Now it's a sketch, so it does not have to be accurate. But because this gradient is 2 and it's positive, it tells me that my line is going to go in this direction here. And it means for every 1 square I go across, I'm going to go 2 squares up. Okay? But for a sketch, for full marks on a sketch question, I need to know this x-intercept. So at this point on my x-axis here, y equals 0. So I'm going to take my equation of my line and I'm going to set it to equal 0. And then I'm just going to rearrange to make x the subject. So take away 4 from both sides. I'll have minus 4 equals 2x. And then divide by 2. So x equals minus 2. So here on my axes, I can mark on minus 2. Join it up. And as long as I've got those labelled, I will get 4 marks. Okay, now part B says, what is the equation of the graph below? So again, I am going to remember that my equation is written in this form, y equals mx plus c, where c is the y-intercept, where it cuts the y-axis. Well, it cuts there a positive 1, so I'm going to have a plus 1 on the end. M is the gradient. You can do this using your formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, but we can also just draw a little triangle on our graph connecting 2 points, 2 nice points, and just think for every 1 square I go across, how many squares am I going up? And if it was more than 1, all I would have done would have taken this number and divided it by this number. So 2 divided by 1 gives me 2. So my gradient is 2. So I'll have y equals 2x plus 1. Okay, next bit. So finding the equation from 2 given points. So a straight line passes through the points 5, 3 and minus 1, 7. Now I prefer to draw a little sketch of it first. So if we just said 5, 3 was here, and then minus 1, 7, well, minus 1 is going to be to the left of that 5, 7 is going to be a bit higher up. And the only reason why I do this is because it shows me whether I'm going to expect to have a negative or a positive gradient, and that's going to be a negative gradient. Okay, so now we remember this format of our line, and the first thing we're going to find is the gradient. And the gradient formula we're going to use is change in y over change in x, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we'll number our coordinates, x1, y1, x2, y2, and substitute them in. So 7 minus 3 over minus 1 minus 5 will be 4 over minus 6, which we could simplify down to minus 2 over 3. And we're going to leave it as a fraction because it's going to be a recurring decimal otherwise. So when I've got that gradient, what I do is I substitute it into my equation of my line. So y is minus 2/3 of x plus c. And now I need to find c. So all I do is I take one of the coordinates from above. I'm going to take the positive one because positive numbers are nicer. I know this is calculator, but it could be on a non-calculator. So I'm going to take this one. And I'm just going to sub in x is 5 and y is 3. Doesn't matter if I picked the other one. I'll get the same answer. So substituting, 5 is minus 2/3, 3 equals minus 2/3 of 5 plus c. 3 equals minus 10 over 3 plus c. And then rearrange to make c the subject. So add 10 over 3, add 10 over 3. Will give me 19 over 3 equals c. And now I've found my c, I can finally complete my formula because my equation is written in this form. So I need to put in my gradient, which was minus 2/3, and then put in my y-intercept, which is 19 over 3.